All right, so I guess maybe we should start, Peter. If everyone is, Dr. Peter Nuttal, please take us forward in this.
Yakwe Ambassador and greetings colleagues around the world. I apologise profusely for those that we've had made to get up at some ungodly hour, but we do appreciate your presence. I'll just try to see if I can get this screen to share. I don't think I really have much more to say than the ambassador's already covered, and I wanted to try and keep it very, very simple. We all know what the game is. Shipping must undergo radical change now, and the question is whether shipping is prepared to undergo a fast enough and deep enough radical change to meet the targets that the Pacific has set for it. Since 2015, we have the Micronesian Centre for Sustainable Transport, which is an RMI government research centre, has tried to backstop a disciplined and coordinated and proactive front line of Pacific Island states. We have consistently called for 3 primary positions, nothing less than the highest possible ambition. 1.5 remains a red line and the test for any measure that can be adopted to be supported by the highest possible ambition. Anything that doesn't meet 1.5 degrees is simply insufficient, and that transition must be equitable. So what's our agenda for MEPC76? We only have 2 items on our agenda. We must greatly increase the level of ambition. It needs to happen now. In 2018, our delegations compromised at least 50%. That was the best we could do to enable some sort of target to be set after Tony de Brom led the call for a target commensurate with 1.5 in 2015 at MEPC76. All science today is saying that this is simply insufficient. As the ambassador said, IEA has just come out saying it isn't enough. The UN Secretary General says it isn't enough. And just to remind everybody that 1.5 degrees is already a compromise for the Pacific. At 1.5 degrees, the science says our atolls have a 50-50 chance of survival. At 2 degrees, we have a 10% chance of survival, and at 3 degrees, we are talking about genocide. The second thing we must do, and we must do now, is to put a price on carbon. The short-term measures have simply failed to produce anything approaching ambition. All science says, all the science that we're reviewed, we don't pretend to be the best transport economists or experts in the world, but we have tried to review every single piece of literature associated. And everything that we are reading is saying that $100 a tonne carbon CO2 equivalent is the bare minimum for the price that needs to be set now. Obviously, that will have to be ratcheted reasonably quickly over time in order to change the price differential. Currently, the only option on the table for consideration at the next meeting is the greenhouse gas levy that we have proposed. It's a very crowded agenda that's coming up. We cannot afford further delay. We are incredibly concerned at the number of submissions that have been posted that appear to have the objective of simply pushing this debate further down the road. It's not a question of whether it should be a levy or it should be an emissions trading scheme or it should be something else. There is one proposal on the table for real action now. So there's only 2 questions in front of us that we can see. What is it that each and every one of us can do to raise ambition at MEPC? And who's there to support the RMI and the Solomons as some of the poorest and most vulnerable countries in the world continue to provide high ambition leadership to the rest of the world? Thank you very much.